here? Okay, perfect. Hello there, everyone. What is up? Welcome back to the Nonary Games. So, quick recap of last time. We managed to escape the casino, and we ended up in some. And Jinbei, Snake, and Seven ended up in some weird hospital room, along with the other 5 players. Now, unfortunately, something bad happened, and the circus was stripped from the Reds. So while we were searching for them, we've wasted another hour, and for some mysterious reason, Snake disappeared, and he was nowhere to be found. So we ended up finding out that since there was one less player now, we came to a stalemate. Lotus suggested that only 4 players are that the other 5 players should go on, and 1 player should sacrifice themselves and they can wait there till we get help. There's no guarantee they'll survive the next 5 hours if we manage to go through door number 9, but at Lotus's suggestion, we had no choice. And we don't know where he could be, but hopefully he managed to pass through the doors. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, so without further ado, let's continue.
You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8. It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Oh, sure.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
Guys. My phone is still hella dead.
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
Oh shit. Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught off his hand in a cookie jar.
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
Damn. How old is Lotus? She can't be that old. She shot him a glare that would have melted steel, then turned and stalked off.
Alright, who's next?
Santa's gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on Junpei.
Which door do you want?
At last, Junpei's mom is already made up. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother told me to pick this one, and you are it. Looks like we're going through door number 8.
I think I'm gonna go with door 8. Okay, 8 it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'm going with
Alright
Lotus.
then. That means June's gotta go through 7.
What? Why?
What?
Well, why not June? Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself before beginning
The
to
6
explain.
of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind. There are only 3.
Plan A?
3, 5, and 8 go through 7. And 4, 6, and 7 go through 8.
So that means that
4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8.
Oh yeah, so plan C is the best option. So that means Santa, June, and 7 can go through door 7, and myself, Lotus, and Clover will go through door 8.
There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up the corners of her eyes.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, June, but, well, you know, that's just how I roll.
You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Not that long, June, don't worry. felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. He knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the six of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but only for a while.
Just for a little bit for now, June. We'll be united
This
again.
is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah,
Of course.
probably.
Probably.
Well, there's no guarantee, June. But it was 7 and interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Of course.
What makes you think so?
Because they have to connect to door number 9. We're gonna meet again.
If they
June.
don't, then neither team can get through door 9.
Exactly.
In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what assurance he could manage, laid his hand gently on her
Everything's
shoulder.
gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
Yes. Promise?
Oh, God, I gotta stop skipping. Her voice was barely above a whisper. Sansa's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
He's stretching.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can take 8. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
Okay, then you're with me and Lotus, Clover. It was more of a dismal than an agreement, but Sansa didn't seem to care.
Alright, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
At Sansa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Sansa, 7, and June walked toward door 7, while Clover, Lotus, and Junpei headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. Then Lotus laid her hand against her chest and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Then shall we go?
okay.
It's open.
Oh, jeez. And there are hallways stretched
Okay.
out before them.
Hurry!
Lotus and Clover left through the door. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his left, toward door 7. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes
June.
met.
Jumpy.
They nodded. Their farewell took almost 1.5
What the hell are you doing?
Then someone took hold of Junpei's arm and hauled him bodily through the door. Ow, sorry! He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
81 seconds left. Hurry!
Lotus snapped at him, then ran to the den. Ah, crap, I forgot! Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could. There.
It stopped.
With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm. Aloof, perhaps.
Pointless.
Clover? She muttered to herself, found emotion, and began to walk down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus. Lotus watched the girls receding back with a mix of frustration and curiosity.
What an unpleasant girl. I bet she's not very popular with the boys.
Hey, it's not even about that. Right? The girl really wants to see her brother again. Her sarcasm seemed a little more biting than was perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the young girl.
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake. Too late now. I better catch up to them.
After taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed.
Oh, it's a dead end.
He made a number of turns before at least coming to a dead
There's a
end.
door on the left, though.
For a few moments he stood in front of the door, examining it. Above the door was a plate with the word laboratory engraved on it.
A laboratory? Huh.
Oh, that doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't like the look of this place.
Me either. But there aren't any other doors. It's not like we have a lot of choices.
Junpei,
Yes?
please, you first.
Of course. Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than
Ugh,
respect.
fine.
Whatever. Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. His first steps inside were tentative and careful, but as he examined the room, it became clear that there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him, and Clover brought up the rear. The room they found themselves in was divided into two separate areas by a curved wall. A thick glass window built into that wall made it possible to see into the other side of the division.
You know, I think the window looks into another room.
Maybe it's for monitoring something.
Junpei walked to the window and looked through.
What the hell?
He wasn't sure what else to say. In the center of the room, shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin laid on what looked like a medical exam table.
It looks so creepy.
Junpei jumped a little. He hadn't noticed Lotus coming up.
It's kind of like that doll is waiting for surgery.
This is a laboratory, right? I'd say it's more like it's waiting to be experimented on.
Ooh,
Okay.
It's creepy either way. You don't think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something, do you?
I hope not.
I don't know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
Stop it. Just thinking about it is terrifying.
She was gripping her arms, the knuckles of her hands white.
Wait, where's Clover?
Huh? She was still standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow
What is
sad.
she?
There was something almost pitiful about her. Junpei walked over to her and as kindly as he could spoke.
Are you okay?
Clover looked
What are
away.
you talking about?
What? I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together.
Clover bit her lip and was silent for a moment. then said-
Junpei, you just don't get it!
Her cry took Junpei by surprise, but he stumbled backwards a few steps along.
My brother's not the kind of person who'd just leave me behind! Something happened to him! Something bad.
Yeah,
Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus jolted from her mannequin nightmares by Clover's voice turned toward them.
What happened?
Clover's eyes slid to Lotus and back
Look,
to Junpei.
just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone.
But Clover, we have to work together. Finished, she turned around. Before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover began to walk quickly
Hey,
away.
wait, Clover! Hold on! That way is...
I told you to leave me alone!
He might as well have been talking to a wall for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Not even slowing down, she passed through the
Clover,
doorway.
watch out above you!
Ah! I thought warning an iron gate from the ceiling like a porculus sealing Clover in.
What the heck? What's going on here?
Clover grabbed hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as
Hang
she
on! I'll get it open.
Oh, for crying out. You'll never do it on your own.
could. Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. And for a moment, Lotus joined him. The three of them pulled as hard as they could. Damn it, Clover, you sealed yourself in.
Damn it! It's not moving.
Wait! Are you gonna give up? Just like that?
No, I'm not giving up. This has got to be another one of Zero's puzzles.
If it is, then there's gotta be a way to open it.
Exactly.
Just what I was thinking. Now all we gotta do is find it. Lotus and I can look around out here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Alright. a way out. We're out here, and Clover's in there. So, let's see what we can find. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know if we could use any of these. Well, I can say for sure that I know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? It's the one on top. I think it's a power cable. Power cable? Power cable, huh? I'll take that. Cardboard boxes. Some papers and stuff are in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite full. As far as I can tell, there's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiments, but it's all really technical and stuff. I don't really get it. Ethanol. How does this write set this? Oh, it says anhydrous ethanol. Anhydrous? Is that different from the regular ethanol? Come on, that's common knowledge. Anhydrous ethanol is a powerful cleaner. You can erase marks left by a permanent marker. These lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in there. And no, nothing. A whole bunch of steel lockers. None of the right all have red lights on them. Red lights, huh? Well, give these babies a try. Yep, just as I thought. Locked tight, all 9 of them. I wonder if there's anything important in there. The keyboard. This is the computer. The power isn't on. Well, there's a power button. This is a waste of time. What? I don't see a power cable. Oops. Yeah, you're right. No power cable. This thing's even connected to the computer, though. It's got a monitor, keyboard, mouse, but that's it. Do anything. Oh, I don't know about that. Junpei, can we get back to what we were talking about, please? This computer doesn't have a power cable. No, it sure doesn't. And? Don't say and. It's rude. Have you already forgotten what you just picked up? What I just picked up? Alright, let's just slip you in. Huh? Oh shoot, I can't use this. What's wrong? This cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. That's right. This is a keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. Really old type of keyboard. I think this thing's supposed to power the machine in the other room. Well, it doesn't appear to be doing that. What doesn't appear to be doing it? When are we supposed to turn it on? It looks like this door is the exit. There's one on the right, just goes to the laboratory. Nope, this door's going anywhere. No dice, one open. About as much as I expected. I don't think the Zero will let us out of this room quite that easily. Hey Clover, there's a door over here too. Wait! I'll be right there! I can hear her over there. Is this door done? Damn it! I can't open it! Clover, what about your side? It won't work! I can't even move the knob! I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. There's a pen lying over here. I think someone probably used to make the table black. Well, if they only used the pen to one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, do you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is a permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase the ink from a permanent marker? Erase the ink from a permanent marker, huh? Give me just this minute, Clover. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, that's right. Here, Clover, try this. Find something that could get rid of that ink. I can hand over Clover to the bars. It's a rack. There are a bunch of cables on it. So somebody cut the outer stuff of the cables. I can see the wires inside. Hey Clover, can you try this? Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. Junpei, do something, please! Silver handrail. There's like something sticking out of the mannequin's head, like wires or something. What the hell were they doing in here? Huh? Why is she all quiet now? They were doing experiments on humans. Probably. Oh man, now she looks sad. Parthia. Hey Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go look. Guess she does have to kind of crouch down to get a look under there. The cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of those little metal things. What does that mean? That's it! Okay, can you unplug the cable and bring it over here? Okay, bud. What? Well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you guys. Damn it, that's no good then. Well, how about just the plug? What? The plug. Well, maybe more like a connector. It's the sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal things and the plug with 2 metal thingies. Still useless? Not useless. Not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for. Okay, can you hold on? Can you hold on for a little bit? Back down she goes. Alright, unplugged. I'll hand you over there, over at the bars, okay? Clover, use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe off the permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe with? Oh, well, your clothes, of course. Kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that. You're scaring me. Anyway, could you wipe off the permanent ink? Look, Clover, right now at this moment, you're the only person we can depend on. I'm trusting you with this. You trust me? I kind of feel special. Hey, Clover. And she's just wandering around the table. I don't think she even knows what we're calling her. Those are the stairs I just came down. The bars and the gate are just above me. I wonder what this is. The thing that looks like a voltmeter. And this is the control for it. Gosh, there's so many dials. Why don't you try turning one of them? No, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned the dial a whole bunch, but even if I turn all the switches on, nothing happens. I can't really see it very well from here, but it looks like there are a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head. Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Use, huh? Soak it in ethanol and then use it to wash off all the stuff from the permanent marker, okay? Right, okay. So I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, she asks me to work with stuff on the table. But she's wanted on the table. Hey, Clover! Soak the cloth in ethanol and... Junpei! It's working! It's wiping the permanent ink off! Huh? There's such a weird drawing under all the permanent ink. What's the deal with the drawing Clover found? You should ask her to take a look at the table. I wonder what this is. There are a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and then hand them to me through the bars? Okay. Roger. This table seems like it's some kind of hint. Clover is holding it to me. Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the desk up here. Paper with numbers on it acquired. New materials added to the file screen. Here you go. A 2-prong plug. Thanks. Okay, put the 2-prong plug into the head of this power cable. There. Alright, Lotus, think we could use this? Alright, I've got the 2-prong power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. desk I go. Let's just plug this into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn this power on. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know until you try. Pretty optimistic. Junpei pushed the button on the front of the monitor.
Oh, that worked.
With a soft hum, it turned on. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to stroll across the screen.
What?
He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this.
Huh? It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
Isn't that kinda weird?
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
Clearly this was a reasonable explanation for this.
A wireless display?
Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly. Hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
He most certainly had not, but...
Is that normal?
Yes, at least where I worked.
Oh.
Oh, it stopped.
Pass with a colon.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Again, here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What are you going to do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
On your own?
Yep, on my own.
Lotus?
Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself down into it, in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back, left, and right.
All right. Let's kick some ass.
Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Then before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed, then click-clacking the keys running together like machine gun fire.
Wait, what?
Junpei was for once at a loss for words.
Didn't expect that, did you?
Of course I didn't! You're typing so fast, I can't even see your fingers. What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
Why?
Lotus blinked.
Oh, it was just something.
So, you used to work at a cybersecurity firm, but you're dressed as a dancer? What the hell do you do at your side job? She stopped typing for a moment, her face fell.
I see.
This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued, Junpei realized, and quickly shut its mouth. Lotus's fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds she was back up to speed. As she typed more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attacked the thing head on. The long version?
Without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain.
A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly. But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed the key. Junpei can help but feel a little odd.
Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
I'm feeling odd. My girl's a fucking hacker.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, all right? So you enter 1 + 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No. Not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 + 1?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, It must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
Let's continue to type. Junpei scratches
So,
his head.
what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really. It's just, I thought maybe, what if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Huh?
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same? Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
Junpei didn't say anything. Not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly, and he was a little surprised to be hearing something like that from someone like her.
The brain is just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else. That's just crazy talk.
Does Lotus really think that, he wondered? It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre cultist religion.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia.
Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus
If memory
continued.
is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
Huh.
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight, too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Wait a minute. What?
You know what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, and blindsight was easy enough to guess, but you never heard the word prosopagnosia.
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
Prosopagnosia. Lotus spun around in her chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head.
No. What is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours, so they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No, I don't think so. Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same, even though they've obviously got faces. It's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually. But you or I couldn't, unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart. Well, that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed.
Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture had gone entirely over his
And,
head.
what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Seriously, Lotus, I'm curious too.
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Not funny.
Seriously. Lotus is smiling something rather masochistic to it.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time.
Well, what the hell? We can't kill time here. We need to use up all our time wisely. Clover's still trapped inside of there.
Looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down on the enter key.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got.
Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession. Then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back if it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares, arranged in 3 by 3
The screen
squares.
changed again. What the hell is that?
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do any more. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do.
So you want me to solve this?
Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei. Did my part.
Yeah, well...
Yes, ma'am. He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. By the way, that file thing Clover found earlier. Ah, here it is. Clover's note. Oh. 9 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the order I've got to press it in. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to
I
himself.
guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
Let me look at the note one more time. Okay. 1, 2... The corners and then the middle. Got it. Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. Too easy. Alright, I solved it. Did you hear a noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Where did it come from? Oh, the lockers are open. Look, Junpei, the lights on the lockers are green. He must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. What's in here? Keys? There's more than one key in here. This one is small, looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol on it. I think the Earth symbol matches the keyhole in the door on A deck. Well, if that's the case, you probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright then. Earth key? Oh, just like you would deep in my pocket. Now as for the other key. The activation key. It was just that moment he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
What is it, Clover? He put the puzzle aside for a moment and walked over to Clover.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Yes?
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right? Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Huh?
Why is she asking me this? Junpei wondered. The more I thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was got attached to her brother, of course. She would have been worried about him.
Well, let me think.
He thought back to when he'd gone through door 5, hoping he'd remember something, even a small something that would help her. However...
Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Clover. Clover's words are barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and then turned to walk
Hey,
away.
wait a minute. Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if... Is Snake, was he born...
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that. And his arm.
His arm?
His arm, Clover?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm.
You mean that arm is fake?
It's fake. It's not a real arm. The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
Oh, Clover.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded.
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
I'm sorry, Clover.
It's not that.
Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Alright. This key. The shapeshifter makes it seem like a ghost in this machine. Alright, I'm gonna turn it. I'm turning it on. The monitor's now on. It's on now. And it's full of letters. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system activated in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. Typing on the keyboard and doing squat. It says power restored to experimental. We inserted the key and activated the machine. There's a mannequin lying on the exam table. It's got a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head. This mannequin looks so sad. This is the monitor. There are a lot of cameras on it. Junpei, this thing in here is on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you, play with it a little? Okay, yeah. I'll turn this down here. Turn. I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. I wonder what they washed here. There's these weird color stains all over the sink. I guess this shit is for water, huh? Oh, there's nothing here. Am I getting attached to this thing? You should put a name. How about the science boy? The science boy is lying over on the table. His forehead is full of electrodes. It's right. There's some cables on top of a copper wire exposed. Got the scribbles already. Maybe if you increase the voltage. Roger, will do. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to max voltage. Max voltage? Hey! Wait, Clover! Oh, shit. What? I think Oh my god! The mannequin's head! Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. God, what the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Damn! The gate's still shut. Clover's on the other side of the gate. She's in pretty bad shape. What are you doing, Junpei? You need to save Clover now! The control says for electronic door lock. The green light is on. Junpei, look at the light! Yes, it's green. The emergency system is activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei! Come on, kid. Jump. She's safe. Oh man, let's focus some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead. Sorry, I was going as fast as I could. You two can do this later. Right now we need to get the hell out of here. That fire's not gonna stay in that room forever. We found it! Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the laboratory, slamming the door shut behind them.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, yeah.
All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest as his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air, and with each one he could feel his body beginning to calm down.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked.
Damn, none of these open. They're all locked.
How about that one?
Let's hope this is the door with the prize.
The final door sat in the corner of the hallway. Junpei grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried up behind them. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt that voice belonged to
Jumpy!
Huh?
June! He spun around. There at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw human figures running toward him. 3 of them.
June? Santa! 7!
They stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
What? But we didn't...
Before he could finish, Clover
Hey
spoke.
guys! Could you come take a look at this?
Clover? She was standing near the end of the small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious what she found.
Hey, on the wall.
A map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor, then?
I guess.
Door 7. And... Door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
Oh. In fact,
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. And that's how the nonary game works.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. This leads to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to
Oh.
awareness.
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
One by one, as one, they all moved back to where little Junpei had only a moment ago.
Oh,
ready to open.
almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off to the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
They nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. They poured through the doorway into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map said they would be.
We're back.
Yep, we're back here.
In the hospital room.
Great.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
He looked like anyone might. After only just waking up, it seemed his brain was working as well as ever. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
He shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough.
Seven
Anyway,
smiled.
I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Excuse me.
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Here.
Seven tossed something small and metallic toward
Whoa.
Junpei.
Nice catch.
Jeez.
He caught it and found the object and found that the object was a key.
I see. So this is Jupiter.
On it, someone had engraved a symbol very similar to a 4. He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright?
Yeah, on it.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I've got something for you too, then. Here, it's the Saturn keycard. We found it in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah, on it.
Yeah, thanks, Lotus. And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
So how many unused keys do we have now?
There's the Earth key we found in the laboratory. The Jupiter key you just gave me. And the Saturn key card from Lotus. I'll keep them safe.
Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy with
What
her.
about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at 7 as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resented those eyes. 7 looked everywhere in the room except at Clover, and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So 7, you'll help me, won't you?
7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3.
Huh?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 is 7. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. It looked like 7 was doing them too. At least he gave up.
Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Alright, let's get moving.
So it decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3.
Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
7 nodded as if this answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the red.
Okay, we're off.
The doors opened and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it. Door 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right, we should get moving too.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Everyone except Lotus seemed
Well,
rather
it would be a waste of
confused.
time to just sit around, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, she's
Let
got
me
a
explain.
point.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Lucky, we might find Snake.
Maybe. They were at the end of the hallway lined by individual hospital rooms.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Sure, no problem. Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of its pocket and slid into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. Inside was exactly what he expected to see. From the map of the ship's interior, they were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ball with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Of course there's a reason. And sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
This.
Junpei pulled two things out of his pockets.
The Saturn key card. And the Earth key? I'm lost.
Sansa cocked his head to one side like an inquisitive bird and looked at them. After several long moments, during which it became apparent that Sansa had no idea what the cards meant, Junpei took pity on him.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think. So, the two keys that Jumpy has?
How's my route going? Novel, escape, novel, escape. It looks like I'm pretty much going pretty straightforward until we come to the next decision. In any event, let's see where this ending takes me.
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
June smiled, pleased with herself. So did Sansa.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into two teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you two can search Saturn, all right?
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key.
Alright, here you go. Junpei handed the Earth key to Sansa. They decided that their individual search.
We have no idea what's on the other side of these, so don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
Plan decided, the two teams split it up. Junpei and June headed for the elevators.
There's a card reader next to the left elevator.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
A light on the upper left corner blinked to
Great!
life.
It looks like it's working now.
All right. Now, how do I call the elevator?
There was a single button to the right of the elevator door.
Oh, it only has the upside-down triangle on it.
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
The door slid shut and they heard the grinding of the motor of the elevator car move down.
It opened! Look, Jumpy!
June's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
Sweet! It opened! Let's get going.
He grinned at June and stepped toward the open door. As he was about to step foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait!
What?
What is it, June?
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? June was probably afraid of that we could only go down. She was afraid because the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen the elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase. All of which meant that the elevators could only convey them to the lower decks.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck, is completely underwater. An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary. Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise, like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, take a look inside.
Junpei jerked his head toward the interior of the elevator.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, you're right. They are.
She looked around the elevator, slightly
Well,
embarrassed.
let's test it.
Test it.
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only two, E and C. All right, I'll push E.
He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
2 months later, the elevator returned.
Yep, not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you.
He pulled his notebook and pen and sketched out a rough illustration.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slid it back into his pocket.
So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, alright?
But...
Come on, just do it, alright?
He gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze and hopped into the elevator. I'll be fine, June. Don't worry about me. He pushed the E button and the door began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision when suddenly...
I'm coming with you!
Huh?
What? At the last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways. She stepped to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
Wait!
Wait, June! Junpei jammed his finger against the open button, but it was too late.
Oh, crap. It closed.
The door had shut. He and June were in the elevator, and it was headed down to E deck. He was so surprised by June that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on E.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez.
The elevator stopped and the door slid open. They tentatively stepped out and looked around.
It looks normal.
No fish going about their fishy business, or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out, and her mouth was high in the intense frown.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
June looked around nervously then. Exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
I doubt it would, June. Junpei thought about
We'd
that
probably die.
Oh, no. Don't be so casual about something like that.
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here.
Yeah, 10 minutes, remember, June?
Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Okay.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they found themselves in. The first thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. He ran through the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right
Iron
one.
bars. Well, we can't go over there.
Right.
Then maybe...
In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an
Well-
opening. He walked up to it and stuck his hand around the corner.
It looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait, is that...
Let's check.
It looks like door 6. Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a run and a jog. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it was a number written in big red paint. 6.
I knew it!
This is a numbered door.
Indeed, there was a red bottom bolted to the wall right next to the door.
But we can't do anything with only the two of us.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Right.
Yes.
Junpei and June turned and head back to C deck.
Wait, what's this?
On their way back, Junpei noticed the map on the wall.
Is this the map for E-Deck? I should take it with me. Huh, so you guys found door 1.
They met back up with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they'd found. Apparently, there was another numbered door on A deck, just like the one on E deck. Beyond that door, the Earth key opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door.
So now we've located 2 new doors. The 6th
sixth
door and the 1
sixth
door.
and the 1 door.
It is interesting that E deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Yeah, even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
Oops, sorry. I thought that made him go all quiet for a moment. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself and Sansa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing.
Yeah?
What is it, June?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
June looked up at Junpei with large bleeding
Yeah,
eyes.
you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
1 plus 8 plus 6 plus 5 equals 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals
Just
1.
kidding. All right, let's go.
Yeah, we better go meet up with Ace and Clover and everyone else. Ace, Clover, and Seven, they're the only ones who went over there. Lotus's words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went. The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
It was
Seven?
Ace and Clover. Ace was right behind them, and Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back.
What's wrong?
It looked as though there was something strange about them. Seven had the look of a man who'd seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment they simply stood there looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at Seven.
What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that?
Seven was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him out hard. His shoulders were trembling and his voice was
Snake is...
No. No. He just looked away, his face twisted by. Are you telling me Snake is dead? Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes and spoke.
Snake is dead. He died, just as the 9th man did.
Oh, this really is turning into a killing game. That's 2 members dead. As if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken, and he realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beating on his forehead and neck. June, Sansa, and Lotus looked the way he felt. All 3 were frozen in place, their faces
Oh my god. That's not true, is it?
He can't be. How would he even... Where...
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
Take me through door 3 now. They announced to one another for the number
Wait.
3 door.
Not that way.
What? Why not?
Why not? He stopped short and turned to look at Seven. He was pointing at the door with no number.
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way. It's not locked, so we can go in that way.
Where is,
Where is he?
The shower room. The left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go.
Okay. Your new destination clear. Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. I'm actually gonna stop it right here. I want to save this for another time because I want to confirm this for myself. But I want to save this for another time since, we just completed a puzzle and all. But, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of 999. Oh my god, shit's about to go down the next episode. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys back here next time for more Resident Evil 4 and 999. I love you guys so much. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye.